time to elevate your mind with SJC. Let's take a journey to new possibilities. Open up your mind to things you cannot see. It's time to elevate your mind. It's time to elevate your mind with SJC.
Welcome back. Welcome to Elevate by SJC. I'm your host, SJC.
And I'm your co-host, Tony.
What's up, Tony? We got to be more consistent, man. I feel like we do like one episode every 3 years. We got to be more consistent, man. But
I mean, life, you know,
yeah,
2021.
We're going to do better in 2021?
Yeah, we're going to do better tomorrow. But yeah, 2021.
Or 2021?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay. The bar never comes, but okay. We're going to do better.
Well, we're going to be better today then.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm going to try. I promise we're going to have more consistent episodes. I mean, life is just busy. We have full-time jobs, people, you know. I'm trying to do better, but it feels good in the essence, you know, being here, being alive, you know, COVID and all that stuff going on. And now the holidays are amongst us. So it's just glad to be alive. I see a lot of people that's sick and, you know, food bank is like overloaded. And I just thank God for, you know, just able to provide for my family, you know, so that's a blessing amongst itself. So we'll just see what 2021 has in store for us, but we're going to do better today, not tomorrow, today.
All
today.
right.
I feel today, TUDA. Okay, never mind.
You're so silly.
Anyway, all right. But no, we have a special guest, man, and this is how crazy life is. We've been trying to get her on since 1985. So that's how real life is. But you know, she's here, you know, her schedule's busy, our schedule's busy. Black women empowerment. I want you guys to welcome Miss Alexis Sierra from Miss My Boss Circle. What's up, Miss Alexis?
Hey, hon. How y'all doing?
Hey,
Good. How are you? Really?
What's up? How you doing?
I am feeling great. It feels good to be back on a podcast again. I took like a 6-month break almost.
Oh man, it's like I didn't. You know what? When you start stuff, you think like, "Oh, it's gonna be easy." Nope. It's real. It's like real work.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and I think that's like the biggest lesson I've learned so far. You know, doing my podcast is a lot of work. I mean, it's freelance, it's a lot of work. You know, so
Definitely.
I don't take it for granted. I hope nobody takes podcasting for granted because it is a lot of work. But we most definitely appreciate you. Finally,
Thanks for having me.
Get you on the podcast, Miss Celebrity, My Boss Circle. You know, so welcome. We appreciate you. We're gonna most definitely kick it off. We got two great women on here, Alexis Sierra and Tony. It's all about women empowerment. If you guys know, I'm all about Black women and Black empowerment. So we just appreciate you, and we're gonna have a good time on the podcast today.
Sounds good. I'm excited. Let's get to it.
Cool. So we're gonna start off what we like to call our opening segment that we do all the time. Something that's near and dear our heart that we talked about a long time ago, but it's the Exit 30 segment brought to you by Hot Wicks and Scents. Stay hot. Tony, talk to us, you know, about your candles before we go into our little segment. Go on, talk about your candles.
First of all, I want to say I am very, very grateful and humbled that Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday went extremely well. It's our first, actually it was 6 months on the 7th, so a few days ago. So we 6 months into the business and like sales completely exceeded what I thought it was going to happen. So everybody that bought candles and wax melts and room sprays, I am very, very grateful. I actually still have some of the things up on the site on sale. So go check out Hot Wicks and Scents. It's holiday scents. It's still a couple fall scents left. They mostly sold out, and then the classics are there.
Cool. All right.
I definitely got mine now. Listen.
You get your little Hot Wicks?
I did. They just showed up and I just started burning them away, okay?
Yay!
I got the Harvest Kiss that came highly recommended. So I got the Harvest Kiss, and then I have the other one that smells like lavender. I used it for my boba bath last night, and it was on point. It was so relaxing.
Ah, that makes my heart so happy to
Yes.
hear. Harvest
it was
Kisses sold
great.
out, but I have lavender still left.
Yes,
Harvest
yes.
Kisses
Get the
is
lavender.
yeah.
Super,
Yes.
super calming. So
Okay.
I've been enjoying it, and I've had mine for 2 days now. So definitely get it.
Listen, testimony time. Okay.
I would, look, people think that it's gonna ship out next day. No, it's a 1 to 2 working people show, man. Like patience. But no, we appreciate you shopping with us. Oh, I'm sorry. That's her stuff.
Listen. No, us, because it's a team effort.
Elevators us and Hot Wicks us. My bad. You're right, baby.
Yeah, it's a team effort. Now,
You're right, baby. My bad. All right, but anyway, so I know we're coming to an end. 2020 has been, a lot of people say tough year, and I know we had our Zoom meet with our family for Thanksgiving. I kind of retwisted 2020, but we'll talk about 2020 in a minute. But I want to know what some of your guys' resolutions for 2021.
Oh my gosh. See, that's a tough one because I felt like, I'm normally done planning my next year by September, October. I normally like kind of already have my plans together on business wise. And this year I focused on building out my personal goals instead for 2021. So I'm looking forward to kind of dialing it back a little bit on the business side and really focusing more on family coming up for 2021.
writing notes.
I have spent probably the last 10 years of my career focused every year on New Year's resolutions that attain to my business and only doing partial of my New Year's resolutions about my personal life. So I decided after the year that we've had that I need to refocus. So I decided I was going to make it all about my personal life. It really made you appreciate all your family and the time that you get to spend with them. And it showed you just how precious it is as well. I mean, because I literally had a lot of people get sick this past year and even lost some people to COVID. So, and it was literally like I had just seen them a week before. So it's things like that. I said, I'm going to be more intentional about my personal life and the people that are in my circle and spending time with them and being more conscious about doing that.
Okay.
So that's my New Year's resolution for 2021.
Oh God, I forgot he had that. Oh, I forgot you had it.
Oh, I'm back, baby. I'm back.
I completely forgot.
I want to show y'all something. Hold on. So we tried something different this year. We didn't know COVID was going to be here. That thing. We did. Me, Tony, and Kirsten did like a little vision board. I still got the 2020 vision. Some stuff didn't work out.
Hold it up again. Okay.
Yeah, so I think the most I didn't get to accomplish a lot of these things because of COVID. Like, we supposed to go to Jamaica. Supposed to go to the gym, working on that.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, move on. Essence Festival. But I think the biggest thing I did accomplish on this was I do TV Mountain Service as well, people. That's coming back in 2021. It's like the podcast, like we talked about it, but it finally came to fruition. So I think that's like the biggest thing I accomplished this year. Or I'm sorry, me and Tony accomplished, because she most definitely was an intricate part of that process. But I think for 2021, we're going to elevate more. That's like simple enough, whether it's personal or business. I did write that down about the personal, because you can't see people like you want to because of COVID. I haven't seen my parents physically since February. So it is tough. So
yeah,
I'm going to take that into consideration as far as more personal, but as far as overall, whether it's dealing with what Elevate is going to do, what Hot Wicks is going to do, or My Boss Circle, whatever that's going to do, right? I'm all about elevating. I do want to do more in stocking things. I'm not going to tell all my secrets I have planned for next year, but elevate more. Period.
I like it.
Yeah.
Period. Mine.
Okay, hold on. Y'all ain't clap for my stuff. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes you gotta clap for yourself, okay?
Man, hey, look,
Okay, Celebrate yourself now.
Celebrate yourself. Also a quote that I found today, and no, she's probably going to use it, but she's not because I created it. Sometimes you have to be silent in growth. Ain't that
Okay.
crazy?
That is
So
crazy.
I know it's kind of off subject, but sometimes you see people grow, you got to push them hard, but sometimes you got to be quiet, sit back, and let them grow. So that's something also I'm going to focus on for 2021 as well. My bad.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. I appreciate that part of it. Thanks. Be quiet more often. Mine is please don't be extra when I say it, but mine is really just making sure that I have proper time management. Because I am like here and there, and people always calling and asking for different things, and I always try to accommodate people when they call, and I notice that it hinders other things from happening. So I'm definitely just going to work on time management. And if I say no to you, then take it as my sincerest, I got something else to do. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Because I mean, you have to prioritize.
Yeah, I never say no. I never say no to people. And Sam is like, what? Like, I literally did it today. He was like, what are you doing? We got other things to do. And I was just like, well, I'm gonna make it work.
But that's crazy. I'm opposite. Like, I'm loving and caring, but I'll say no quick. I'll be like, nope. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know where it come from. Like, my mom is nursing caring. My daddy, he's tough hearted. Maybe come from him, but I'm quick to say no. I can't. I'm sorry. No.
I know.
And people are like, yes, I'll make your sandwich for you. Yeah. So but opposites attract, baby. So it's all good. It's all good. So it's all good though. But well, I do appreciate you guys sharing your resolutions, and hopefully. And I read something a long time ago that said it's not good to have resolutions start today, like we talked about earlier. That's crazy, But I believe it's always something to like set aside or put on the board so you can like visually see it, so you can actually accomplish it. So hopefully people take heed to that, even if it's not a resolution. Make it a goal, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So you can elevate and look forward to do something greater for the next year. But I do challenge everyone who's watching this podcast to go out there and be great, be better than yesterday. 2020 has taught us like tomorrow is not promised. So it really has. I know people who got COVID. I know people that I know have passed away with COVID. So we really have to take advantage of now, today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow's never promised. So I challenge everyone, whatever it may be. I always say, even if you're working at McDonald's, be the best fry pusher there is at McDonald's. Be the best. For real, be the best cashier they have, whatever it is, or think outside, whatever it is. Somebody told me last week they want to be a bell bundman, right? Okay, what are you doing when you get off work to even elevate to go to that level? If you're not doing anything, you're never going to accomplish that. So take time out for yourself each day, right? When I get off work, my time is just starting. So that's my challenge to everyone. But look, it's not about my challenge. It's about my boss circle. We got Miss Alexis Sierra here. What's up? What's up? Like I said, we appreciate you being here. So
yeah,
so how did my boss circle come about?
Oh my gosh. So what's crazy is I end up having, like, even before 2020, I was really, really trying to figure out ways to engage with all of the women that I mentor. But it was so tough for my schedule that I just could not figure out a way to be able to mentor all of these different women who are in different places at the same time, or at least at a time that was reasonable for me. So what I decided was, okay, I always have been saying that I'm going to start a podcast. I was like, I always said I was going to do webinars and things like that. I was like, what if I do this in a conversational platform and just do it on a podcast and also build a community to go with it? So basically my Boss Circle podcast was created to equip and empower women entrepreneurs. That's my ladies who have a 9 to 5 and also have a side hustle on the side, and my entrepreneurs who are doing this thing full time. I wanted to really be able to help them build scalable businesses, but do it through what I like to call boss conversations and relationship building. So you got the podcast covers the boss conversations because they get to hear from some industry leading people who are a part of my personal boss, my personal boss circle. I mean, we had a phenomenal season 1 on the podcast. We did, I think about 7 or 8 episodes. We covered everything from Journey to an Inspirational Boss with Pastor Adventure Gray. We even had Journey to a social media marketing boss. Well, where I bought my girl, Lori Hall, who is the SVP of TV One. We brought her on to share her story.
Oh,
And people really got to hear about how Tyler Perry blew up. They never talk about the people behind the scenes who are actually doing all the marketing. She was the sole person who created the marketing plan and the entire marketing strategy for all of the Tyler Perry shows when she was at Turner Broadcasting, working for TBS. So, and from there, she ended up blowing up. I mean, like, since then, she's went on to work at some really major networks, and most recently as the SVP of marketing. Everything you see on TV One, from the logos to any type of special event, she's put that stuff together. So she's done the branding and all of that for major networks. Then we even had another marketing guru, my girl Casey Knox, who came on and really showed people how to create marketing campaigns for a small business all the way up to a mid-sized business, to where you actually have employees, all the way to down to when it's just you, when you're a solopreneur. Yeah. She had some good stuff on there, and she also, talked about how to get contracts and things like that so that you can do a lot of side gigs as well. So we had both entrepreneurs, and then we even had my entrepreneurs, like my original boss friend, which is where the name was coined from, my girl Precious Freeman.
Oh, okay. From the crib.
Yes, from Dothan. Yeah, I had her on, and one of the things that I absolutely love about Precious is her willingness to share. And it's why we've been such great friends over the I don't know how many years, but we were able to elevate from being
what?
Elevate. Yes, we were able to elevate our friendship that started off with just being regular friends in church and all of that, to being what I like to call boss friends, because it seemed like every time I would win, she would win, and vice versa. So we would call each other and just bounce topics and ideas and even contracts and jobs before we took them, to make sure that it aligned with what I had originally told her I was looking for to go, when it comes to my career path, like what I needed to do next. And any advice that we could give each other, that's kind of where this podcast was birthed from. Because I was like, okay, all this information that we're always sharing with each other, we're always helping each other elevate.
You got to share it to them.
Yeah, I needed to share that.
Right.
And because we've been able to empower each other, which has been phenomenal. So I really just wanted to share that on a larger platform. And it was just such a great season. So season 1 is complete. We did, I think, 7 episodes. We had some phenomenal stories on there. Even had one for entrepreneurs. One of my girls, Taria Vision Avant, was on and shared her story. And she also gave a lot of tips to all of those new authors out there about, different ways to truly turn that into multiple streams of income. Because just because you create a book and write it, half of the time, at least 50% of those people that you sell it to, they're not going to read it.
Right.
But they will book you for an event, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need.
True. And the crazy thing about it is, like, Elevate, I told it, I think it was like a minute ago, I was like, this is what Elevate is all about. So it's kind of like my boss circle, but it's about women empowerment, right? My Elevate is all bringing Black entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs.
You
done hit him with the new.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, just the word, like, look, you can go to Alexis Sierra for this, you can go to Tony for this, you can go to my teachers for this, you can go to Janet for the hair stuff, right? it's all about networking and
Yeah, it
it,
is. It
so
is.
that's what it's all about. I like that's dope. It's women stuff
Yeah.
over there.
You're so
Let me
funny.
ask this. So since you have your own boss circle, who do you think is like not like their title, because I don't want to call anybody out or anything like that, but
Mhm.
what type of person do you think is integral in being in your boss circle? Like,
So I'll tell you this. So where I kind of came up with, even before there was a boss circle, there was my personal board of directors, and most people call that their mentors.
Oh,
People say they have mentors all the time, but there's a huge difference in a personal board of directors and someone you can just talk to that you just call your mentor, and they just give you advice. What I believe is a personal board of director, when it comes to a real organization, everyone has to play a different role. Everybody can't give you the same advice.
hold on. What we call? I ain't mean to break in. What we call that? That's not their ministry.
Exactly. That ain't their ministry. Exactly. So like with my personal board of directors, I have somebody who is on there, and I treat my boss circle the same way I do my personal board of directors. I'm looking for similar attributes in people that I consider to be a part of my boss circle. They are either that one person is either in a position that I aspire to be in, someone who I may not be able to talk to them all the time because they're already at a higher level to where there's a higher demand of their time. So I talk to them whenever it's possible. We catch up. It may be twice a year or 3 times a year, but that person is at a level that I aspire to be at. So the type of advice that person is going to give me is going to be a little bit different than my spiritual board of director, who that's the person I dump all my business on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't dump it on all of your mentors. That's not everybody's ministry, as you were saying.
Yeah.
My spiritual person, that is the person I talk to when I'm struggling with being a career mom when it comes to work-life balance. There is no such thing as work-life balance when you're an entrepreneur.
I know.
You have to
I know.
create it. That's something that has to be forced.
That's the hardest part. It's like that time because I think, like I said, I'm learning new things every day. Like you just have to create, because like you can sit here and be like, oh well, I'm going to do this, but if you don't sit that time down and write it down and create it, it's never going to happen. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
yeah.
not. It's not. And then I have my other personal board of director who may actually be in my same exact field. So we're in the same field, so they can give me day-to-day advice as it relates to the career that I'm in at that moment. That is my industry SME, as we like to say, your subject matter expert.
Yeah.
Like when I don't know what's going on and I'm like, hey, so, I've sat in a board meeting and somebody brought up something that I feel like I should have known because it's my industry. But then I'm like, okay, well, who can I go to be able to get advice on what they meant by that so that I can come back and sound educated?
So that's what
I mean?
it's about. I like that.
Yes.
Get me a team tomorrow.
She about to go start recruiting people. I got one more follow-up question to that.
Elevate circle. Okay, go ahead.
Elevate circle.
Go ahead.
You are so silly. So you talked about people that you know personally that you can bounce ideas off of. Do you have someone that you don't actually know, like you haven't made contact with them before, but you follow them for inspiration?
Oh yeah. Actually the CEO of Chase Bank. And I'm gonna tell you what her name is because it is important that everyone knows who the CEO of Chase Bank is. Because I cannot think of her name right now. Here we go. Okay, her name is Thashonda Duckett, and she's the CEO of Chase Bank, specifically the JP Morgan Chase, which is the financial side. And she is a Black woman with braids. Like that was like you seen her before,
as soon as you said the name, I was like, okay.
She called
Yes. She is a real Black woman in a C-suite position. You know what I mean? Like she's super authentic, but she's super educated at the same time. And I feel like she gives you the perfect blend between professionalism, but I'm also still going to be myself at the same time. Because as we know, I mean, in corporate America, it's kind of hard at times. Even like, listen, I've been enjoying quarantine because this is the most I've ever worn braids in my life and felt comfortable about it.
Right.
Because normally in the workplace, there are just certain hairstyles, whether it's natural hair, all of that. We feel
Look,
like,
it's a
you
long story.
know,
Yeah, that's real.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, we feel like we get discriminated against or looked at differently, or people want to touch your hair. And then they know they just saw that your hair was only
yeah.
12
You
inches when you wore it last
that
week.
woman hair.
Exactly. You know, you just saw my real hair and it was 12 inches
Right.
last week. And I come in, it's 20 inches this week. And you like, is that your hair? Like, no, honey,
Like,
you
yeah,
know
you
it's
already,
not.
yeah, you
Right,
trying
right,
it. You
right.
trying it. Yeah.
Hey, I thought you were gonna say what's Ivanka Fix My Life. That's her name, right?
What?
Yeah,
Ayanla.
I
young little.
Fix My Life. I'm gonna say her now. Let me stop playing.
Oh, you're so silly. Yeah, so like it's hairstyles like that. And I just love when I met her last year, actually 2019. I attend and I also bring women from my group. Majority of my boss circle would have been there in 2020 if it was an in-person thing.
Right.
Because we do have a community for all of the women to be able to go and get information in on Facebook. So we have our My Boss Circle community, which you can join, ladies. For my entrepreneurs, aspiring, and my aspiring entrepreneurs as well. It's a great community to be able to share insight. We celebrate our boss friends and everything and their wins, and we're encouraging them and always educating them on all the things that are out there. It's a lot of free money out there. You got Facebook small business grants that are out there, and there are some that are specifically for minority owned businesses and for women owned businesses as well.
We're gonna do a
So,
Zoom on that. That's gonna be dope.
mm-hmm.
we,
Yep.
we, we need to do a Zoom call. No, serious. So my idea was, and it's all about sharing, right? Because I want to
Mm-hmm.
keep my secrets, but it's never gonna. If I don't tell everybody, it's not gonna work. But we should do. I know we all busy, right? We should do a live Zoom because I seen what's the dude name? Dame Dash. They do it all the time with the guys from what's the people called, Tony? You know who I'm talking
No
about.
idea what you're talking about. I know who Dame Dash is, but what
The two guys they do I follow them. I can't think of their
what do
name.
they do? Like, I mean,
They do the financial stuff.
oh, you're talking about Earn Your Leisure.
Earn Your Leisure. Who?
Yeah. See, you got to give more
Okay.
information. You got
Yeah,
to give
my,
them.
my life. But look, they do live Zoom calls of people sharing information, right? So we need to do something like live on Zoom and like have like, Tony can tell you about candles. I don't even know how to pour, right? She can tell you how Sierra can talk about all her boss circle and like going to whoever to, whoever's a better mindset and things. I can tell how to elevate. We need to get like all people like on a live Zoom and just do it.
We'll start doing like master classes. Is
Yeah.
that what you're?
Basically.
Like a new,
Yep.
yeah, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like have some, because it's about sharing, like all the energy, all the knowledge you have. You know what I'm saying? Like people have a lot of things they can share. We need to share that to the world. That's coming though. Look, I'm gonna write that down too. We're gonna do that. Very cool. That's real.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
When
Yeah.
the podcast coming back?
So the podcast will be back for season 2, early 2021. I'm going to say it'll be back in the spring since this boss mommy just took off for the rest of 2020. Since I am expecting a little bundle of joy.
Baby on the way. I knew. Congratulations.
Your face though, it was very realistic.
Look, my homeboys always comment, I got a baby on the way. I'm like, man, like he was like, man, don't tell so and so. Wait till I tell him. We'll do a 3-way call. He like, hey man, guess what? I got a baby. I said, what? I didn't even know. I'd be like, man, I was lying. I knew the whole time, dog.
Yeah, see, that's convincing.
Yeah, all the time. I practice it all the time.
He's not practicing it.
Yeah, he said practicing just to make sure it's so cute and it's believable.
Like, cause sometimes they'll tell the other friend before they tell the other friend. So you like, hey man, don't tell nobody. I got you, dog.
Yeah. So I'm excited though. It's 11 years later. I am starting my new family. Thank you. I'm so excited though. Listen, it was so hard being an entrepreneur and a single mom at the same time. So I'm excited to begin this new journey.
Got a good man on your shoulder. Okay.
Yes, I have a phenomenal man, my soon to be hubby.
Baby, phenomenal. Hey, she said phenomenal. Woo! Hey, that's a big word. Mama Cloud, go ahead.
Listen, and I say phenomenal for so many reasons, man. Because I remember when I started out my entrepreneur journey, and I didn't truly have any male support. As far as, you know, being in a relationship where you have solid support, that was something I never got consistently. And it's already tough when you're an entrepreneur, and then being an entrepreneur on your own, and, you know, and just kind of just having that motherhood, that was my main reason for my hustle. So I was totally fine with that, because all it did was just make me hustle harder, and it allowed me to focus as well. So I'm grateful for the journey getting here. But I feel like in this season of my life, everything is the way it's supposed to be. I'm with who I'm supposed to be with, and I call him phenomenal for so many reasons. Because I used to, you know that you're not you know that you're not the right person when at night you dream about the person that you know is really for you.
Ooh, baby, I know you feel about me, don't you?
Of course. Of course.
I know that's right. Girl, you
that's how you. That's your sign. If you were ever looking for a sign, that's it. Okay.
I dream of her while she's snoring. Amen.
Don't do me, because I don't even snore. So
she don't snore.
Yeah, I was about to say, correct these people.
Hey,
look, they'd be on the sidelines like, I don't snore. Okay, correct. Okay.
Hey, but a quick break. So that actually leads into our segment of Say It With Your Chest, sponsored by Crawford Essentials. If you need your wipes, you need your disinfectant spray, I need to contact Deborah Crawford. She got all that for you. She on that COVID 10.0. So hit her up with all that Crawford Essential stuff, because she gonna post about 8,000 times a day. Her website coming soon, so watch out for it. But hit up Crawford Essentials, Deborah Crawford. Say it with your chest, y'all. It's end of the year. I told Tony about to retire from being petty, but I may have something.
Never. That is never happening.
Oh no. Look, I've been good because I ain't been petty in about a week. I'll be like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna let you go first, Tony. I'm gonna let Alexis go, and hopefully I may have some. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna let you go first, Tony. What you got?
I was so amped up the last time. You know, I feel like I got all that aggression out.
Ooh, you was on.
Nobody has really did anything to me since then, so I guess it was good that I got all of that out. My say it with your chest would just be some advice, okay? Ooh. So since we're going into this new year, we're gonna leave behind all the people, all the naysayers. We're gonna leave them behind. We're gonna leave behind everybody that is not really for you, and you know who is for you simply by their actions. So if you feel something is off, or if you feel some type of way, because you know you get like them little spidey senses, so that something ain't right, just leave them alone. It can be family, it could be friends, it could be your pet. I don't know. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But no, like seriously, like what'd you say?
We'll leave COVID behind in 2020.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Hopefully, like I'm so ready to get over this hump. Oh, and what we are doing in 2021, as soon as outside open back up, we taking every opportunity that you get. That's what I want you to do.
Yeah,
every opportunity that you get, you better take it. Yeah.
Yeah. Real. That's real. Like that's not even being petty or funny. It's real.
Yeah.
Every opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna say no to what we need to say no to, and yes to everything that's gonna open more doors for us.
So that means when it get warm outside and COVID is out, you gonna go mow the grass?
Absolutely not. See, you say no to what ain't for you.
Take every opportunity.
You say no to what ain't for you. See, you got to have discernment. Don't let me start preaching. You got to
Okay.
have
So we're gonna move
discernment.
on. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate
Okay.
it. Amen. Hallelujah.
Okay, that is not her ministry, okay?
Absolutely not. It will never be. So don't ever ask again.
Go ahead, Alexis.
Oh my gosh. So listen, my say it with your chest is for all of my aspiring people in business, both entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs. Let me just say this going into 2021, everybody can't do the same thing. Okay.
Amen. Oh my God. Amen.
Like, I need you to be more innovative with your approach because y'all working my nerves. Coming and asking advice for y'all to all do the same exact business over and over again. I mean, like, everybody cannot do the same thing
That's real.
because I mean, especially if you're in a small town or even if you're in a major city, the first thing you need to do is look at your demographics and figure out, okay, if 16 of us are all doing the same exact business, clearly we're all not going to be able to have the same level of success because now we're oversaturating the market.
Right.
And that is something that we have to be so mindful of. Like, so mindful. Because I hate being Petty LaBelle. I'm like, I am not posting this. It's the same old business over and over again. I will not be resharing this. It's the same thing. Like, and this is what I need y'all to do. Think about the things that you're really, really great at already.
God gave everybody a gift. Everybody has something. Right. That's real. I appreciate it every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just figure out, okay, how do I make that make money? Right. And make sense at the same time. And not just how do I make it make money, but how do I turn that into a scalable business? People are like, okay, what is scalable? Scalable business means I'm no longer a solopreneur for 6 years. I actually have a staff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a scalable business is.
Hey, we're gonna have we're gonna preach. Okay, go ahead. Man, it's like everything you talk about it every day.
I know. I'm trying so hard not to say anything because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So I'm gonna. But Lord, if you ain't hit that nail on the head,
you said, look, we're gonna talk about it off camera. We're gonna tell you about it. We're gonna go ahead. Never mind. We're gonna talk about off camera. We're gonna say it on camera.
Petty Wop over there. Well, listen, I will tell you because I have this same conversation with a lot of my boss friends who have chosen totally different avenues to build businesses. And that's why they're making 6 figures. That's why their business is actually making revenue. Breaking even is not a scalable business. Breaking even means you're still a solopreneur.
Yeah, that's a hobby. Yeah,
you real. Know, you're still a solopreneur. You know, until you actually make income from it. And a lot of times you're not going to be able to pay yourself within the first 1 to 2 years. Like, for instance, I actually went backwards. I was an entrepreneur who transitioned into entrepreneurship. But I did everything I've done it for a reason. I've been in the insurance industry now for 10 years. And I started out as an agent. I had an agency for 7 years.
I remember.
I always had a goal that by the time I got to year 5, I was never going to retire from being an agent. I wanted to go wherever my license would take me. So if that meant that I actually could pass on that knowledge to other people to help them elevate and start their businesses, yes. So I decided I was going to teach 26 single moms how to do the business in multiple states. And I was able to help them make money, and I also found a way to make my business scalable.
Pyramid King.
And you know what? You're so funny. You know what? And I feel like the pyramid thing kind of came from the insurance industry, and then people turn it into something with it that it wasn't supposed to be.
Right.
Like, I have the biggest issue with some of these pyramid style insurance companies. And y'all know who I'm talking about without saying it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get calls like all the time.
Yes.
Like
know
I
some
haven't picked up
women-
not once. Every time they leave voicemails, like, "Are you
Yeah.
interested?"
Look, it's another one.
No.
It's another one. I ain't gonna even say the name. It's another one where they do I think they do the extended car warranty thing. So I mean,
Yes.
so I just
Yes.
gotta call on my work Skype. I'm like, how y'all get that number? So everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Just be mindful and do your research. Do
Right.
your research. If you know you want to help people, I knew that I wanted to help people. And I was like, okay, how can I make excellent money, sell a product and solution that's actually going to change my people's lives in a positive way and add value to their lives, and also educate them at the same time, because I want everybody to be able to build that generational wealth. People are always talking about that, but they never give you the real details on how you can do that with little to no money.
Right.
And let me tell you, in the insurance industry, you can make money without ever having anyone underneath you. And you don't need a pyramid to make money in the insurance industry. I built a $3 million book of business by myself with me and just an assistant. So don't let anybody tell you that you got to go out and recruit 20 people under your umbrella in order for you to make 6 figures. Yes, in order for you to make 6 figures or even 7 figures, because it's not true. Right. And that's why people in the insurance industry have such a tough problem with people who are being taken advantage of by certain companies and things like that are set up in certain structures. You don't need other people to help you make money. You can do it by yourself. You know, I don't like my people getting taken advantage of. That's why I say everybody can't do the same thing. And if you're going to do something, make sure that it's something you believe in and you're not doing it just to make money. Because if you do it just because you enjoy it and it makes your heart smile, you're going to make money. I turned into a 75% referral based business because I just wanted to help people. I made money just because.
What made you mad? You on a rant like Tony was, because she was
Listen. And I do this to people's face too. So I know.
Rant, baby.
Listen. People that sign up with those certain insurance companies, when they come to me and be like, Alexis, I want to ask you such and such. This is the same rant they get from me. And they like, well, dang, okay. Well, maybe I should. Maybe I should just figure out, don't look for the easy way to do things.
I mean, people people are trying to find.
Stop looking for microwave businesses.
That's exactly what it is.
That's
or they call the expert and try to to get all your stuff that you know. They call the expert and then think that it's going to work out the same way for them.
So moving on, we won't hurt anybody's feelings. I want to share mine real quick. I'm sorry. Look.
Go ahead.
The only thing I got to say, because I'm trying to work on more action than talking. A lot of people talk, don't create action, right? My thing, I'm going to say it's simple, it's quick, you can write it down, it's worth $1 million. I never told anybody this. I probably told Tony. It's copyrighted. Y'all ready for this? Turn your issues into resolutions.
Okay, now.
It's so simple. I'm going to preach on it real quick. We're going to move on. Because
that's not how you say it. If you want to really have a tagline, the thing is, I'm sorry for interjecting. I really ain't. But your tagline is problems to profit.
Yeah, problems to profit. Episode 2. Y'all need to go back and watch that. Problems to profit. Watch that. Episode 2. You're right. So issues to solution, but problems into profit. And I'm so strong on that because I see you marketing, girl. Okay. Well, how much I owe you? Okay. Anyway, that's real because
how much did I charge him, Sierra?
Listen, nobody can do business with me or get advice from me. Listen, let me just say this.
Oh, say this.
People pay me.
Go ahead. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
Yes, people pay me for my advice. Okay. The only place that I am willing to give free advice in is through my brand, which is my Boss Circle. That's the only place I get free advice.
You gotta join to get that advice.
And you gotta join the group to get that advice. Because
Yeah.
and
Taking
then when
notes
they
over here
want
too.
that, yes, and then when they want that one-on-one time where they want to, people are really bad about, hey, can we have a phone call so I can pick your brain? I want to pick your brain about this. Yeah, so you are only entitled to a 1 hour, one-time free consultation, and that can be anywhere from 30 minutes to 1 hour for a free consultation. And it's gonna be more you talking than me because I need to hear exactly.
I hear that.
Yes, I need to hear exactly what your plan is. You need to come to me with your plan.
Not
And
my
then what I'm going to do is provide a strategy on execution for that. Now, once we get to that part, I will be charging you $150 minimum per hour, depending on the project.
my
Now,
hot
mhm. And listen, my clients pay that. My clients pay that with no problem. I have strangers. Most of my clients have only met me once. I don't even know majority of my clients outside of them being my clients. They met me once, and I get the most business from strangers. They all pay me, and I set aside a certain amount of hours that this project just for me to build out this strategy for you. So for
Right.
my people who believe in that microwave society, that's where business strategy coaching comes in.
Yeah, because when
Will come through, but you gotta pay for it, and I'll show you exactly how to do it.
I ain't
But you
gonna,
gotta pay for it.
I started podcasting, I was like, oh God, this some work. I was like, hey, oh look, okay, I gotta figure out. Okay, you right, yeah. So you right about that. So if anybody asks me, I'll charge you because it's a lot of work. People think it's easy. That's real. And I did want to share this real quick. Is the reason I say problems to profit or issues to resolution because we complain so much, like people general. Like I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican, Hispanic. I don't Latinx. I don't next door neighbor. It doesn't matter. Too many people complain. But if you're gonna complain, instead of complaining, you need to log off all your social media, cut your lights on, put your phone down, and create a plan to overcome that issue.
Yes.
Let me say it again. Create a plan to overcome that issue. I'm the
Yes.
type of person that I do not like spending time on negative things that have happened because that negative thing is not making me money. It's not giving me time with my family. It's not giving me the necessary things I enjoy in life. So if something happens, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Hold on, this is what I do. Oh, okay. All right. Oh no, sorry. I'll do this right here. And the reason I do that, somebody told me when I went to A&M my sophomore year, and it's took me so long. I keep it. It might be the smallest thing. He always said you cannot cry over spilled milk because the milk is already spilled. So what you crying about? Wipe it up, clean the counter, and put some more milk. It's simple, right? But so many times we spend time on, oh, well, this happened, I can't do that. Well, you know what? Create a plan, move on. So that's my thing. That's not my petty moment. That's like also, yeah, say it with your chest, but it's also a resolution. Like turn your problems to profit, issues to resolution. That's simple. It's quick.
I think you got to have people though in your life, like you, right? Because you a 10 check in a minute. And you'll be like, but what are you going to do about it?
All right.
And I'll be like, I just want to tell you about it for a second. Like, can you just listen? And he'd be like, no, you need to go on about your business and do something about it. So that's important to have people around like that too.
Yeah, your accountability partners are everything.
Exactly. Elevate. That's elevate, right? That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my petty moment or say with your chest moment is about. So Miss Alexis, what's in the future of future mommy and future my boss circle? Like what you got going on for the future of you? What's going on with that?
Oh my gosh. So my boss circle is now the first of 2 brands. Well, I say 3. Yeah, the first of 3 brands. I have Alexis Sierra International, which is the head brand. It kind of it's the main brand, and there's an umbrella. Yes, Alexis Sierra International. Okay, because I have clients in other countries. See, look, you only need one client in another country. You need to call yourself international. You know what I mean? Elevate. and you don't turn down business. You
Agreed.
figure out a way to make it work for your schedule, okay? And but I would say what's next for me is, my boss circle. We're gonna do season 2 in spring 2021.
I'm
I
on that
can
train, y'all. I'm on there. I'm sorry. I'm on there.
yes,
Episode.
yes, yes. We are actually gonna be bringing the fellas in.
Bring
Uh,
me up. There.
yes, yes, we're gonna be bringing the boss men through for season 2. So I'm excited about it. I know a lot of the fellas hit me up and they were like, "Look, Alexis, now we trying to grow too," because I do have a lot of men that I mentor, as well, and especially my fellas who are either newly out of prison. I have a lot of men that I mentor who have just gotten out of prison and they're trying to find a new way to provide for their families. And they're like, okay, well, how do I take all this stuff that I've done in my life and that I've learned and the street smarts that I have and turn it into a productive and a scalable business that can actually, bring in revenue for for my family the legit way.
Right.
So I'm gonna be bringing on some fellas to explain, and share their journeys and faith walks to entrepreneurship as well. We're gonna bring on the fellas who have, left corporate jobs to do their own thing, taking that faith walk, and even my fellas who who have never worked for anyone but themselves, to really, really show you how it's done. So I'm excited about that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited. So my boss circle, and then we'll also be starting selling with Alexis. That's my next brand that's going to be coming out as well. Selling with Alexis covers like business strategy coaching, and it's specifically for the insurance industry. So we'll be doing webinars and all that great stuff to really, really show people how to be successful in the insurance industry. Because I sold my agency back in 2017, and I actually transitioned into corporate consulting, where I actually go in and consult with insurance companies now. So now a lot of the insurance companies that I used to work for, a lot of them are my clients now. I give them advice on how to attract diverse people who may just be, just who can really have the ability to kill it in the insurance industry. I even provide strategy and consulting around developing new products and things like that. So I decided to try to transition and be able to share everything I've learned just at the small business level, and to be able to bring that insight and have a seat at the table in a predominantly white male industry, basically.
And you know what's crazy is the people I've had on my podcast, it's for a reason. Like, I'm gonna have people like season 2, 3, season 40, whatever, right? But the people I have on season 1, right? I've taken a little nugget from each one of them, and I learned from you. Oh, I'll give you just playing. But I learned from you though is you told me a long time ago you have to have was it 7 streams of income
Mm-hmm.
or to become a millionaire. I remember those things, right? So those little things I take from people, right? You taught me that. I remember the insurance thing. I remember I forgot what else I had a long time ago. I just like to see people grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so proud of your growth. And like I said, I see you in my boss circle. And I just remember like taking little nuggets from you going to school, all these things, right? I remember those things. We grew up together. Like,
yeah,
he was like 3'2", but no, we grew up win. You know what I'm saying? Like, you podcast, our podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing my boss circle, you doing everything, right? And that I love to see my people grow. And I'm just so proud of you and seeing what you're doing. And our kids, our future kids, grow together.
Huh?
You breaking up.
I know, right?
We're gonna see our wedding when we have one. So it's just gonna, I'm just so proud, and I love to see my people win. Like, that's what it's all about. Just seeing your people win. And like you said, I don't know nothing about insurance. I ain't trying to learn, right? I don't know about no candles. I don't know nothing about starting up no business. But that's why we have each other.
Correct.
Be winners.
Circle.
There we go. The boss circle, right? Because that's not my ministry. This is my ministry right here, and mentoring and talking to people to be greater in life. So I'm just want to like give a shout out to you. Like, you know,
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate you coming on and being part of the podcast. Like I said, I know you're busy and things of that sort, but just wanted to, say that because you taught me a lesson a long time ago. And
I,
when
I
I first started too, man. You gave me these tools and resources. I'm like, huh? I know she was like, Lord, he hit me up one more
I
time.
know. Listen, I was
I'm
like,
gonna
what?
charge him
I would
for it.
always say, "What does Sierra say?" Can he be asking me stuff? I'm like, "What does Sierra say?" I don't know.
I'd be like, look, because I hate giving advice to people and they don't listen. I'm like,
Listen,
you gotta actually look. I'm like, you gotta actually do. If you do exactly what I tell you, it's gonna be so much easier, so much easier.
No,
And just a sidebar, because I know everybody's always like, well, girl, you doing all this other stuff, but the number one thing that people know me for is music. And people seem to think that I may have stopped doing music.
yeah, what's up with that, man?
I haven't. I've never stopped doing music. I just moved behind the scenes and figured out where the money was at in songwriting.
Say that again. It is.
The money is in songwriting. So I've been writing on major artist albums for the last few years. And and I've been in the background, singing backgrounds, doing a lot of vocal arranging. And that's what I've been doing with my quarantine. All of these major artists are sitting at home and
I
they're
speak my-
yeah. And they're like, dang, I guess it's the perfect time to work on my album. So what I started doing was really just writing songs for other artists. That's what I've been focusing on, because that is your long-term legacy. That's how you build a legacy in music. Owning your own stuff. I own my own publishing company. I have my own label. I'm independent, but I am signed to my own label. So if anybody ever wants to sign me to a publishing deal or anything else, they have to buy me out. It guarantees that I get a double check. I get a check for being the artist and songwriter, and then a check for being the publishing company, the owner of the Alexis Sierra music brand. So
Right.
yeah, I still been doing music. I've been doing it the long money way.
Yeah.
Okay, that way I can truly pass that on, because when I'm dead and gone, my kids
No,
can still make money off of the song every time it's played on the radio.
Right. Generational wealth. That's dope. Man.
Yes.
That's what's up. Tony,
Yeah, so thank you though. Thank you for having me though. It's been so much fun.
it's been fun though, you know what I'm saying? Like the crib, y'all. If everybody know what the crib is, Google Dothan, Alabama. That's the crib. I've always called it that. We got one mall left, but that's the crib. A lot of people that we know have made it out and successful. So the crib.
I will say that I have met a lot of good people from Dothan. A lot.
Yeah, I agree.
I have met a lot.
Dothan raised.
Yeah, you know it. And listen, I have no problem telling people where I'm from.
No, right? They're like, where's Dothan? It's in the Bible. Go see. I heard them say, let's go to Dothan.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's in the Bible. If you want to go see, it's in there. I'll show you. But no,
I
want to be so petty, but I can't even remember the dude's name. That video that surfaced where the man was smacking. I know y'all knew who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, maybe he smacked. Amos Newsom, he smacked.
He was like, get out. If nothing else, that's the funniest.
Hey, I'm gonna post
funniest.
I'm gonna post that on here after this. Y'all want to see the link where the commissioner?
Every time I see it, oh my god!
Reporter, I'm gonna post that link. Y'all see, it was crazy, man. That was like the funniest thing ever, and it went world star hip hop. I'm like, okay, don't something wrong. We're borrowing for something wrong. Wait, I'm gonna post that.
Yes, that was classic. And the reporter that he mushed was actually my neighbor.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
It was my neighbor growing up, so it was so. I was like, okay, this is funny, but I feel bad because I actually know the reporter. But yeah, another classic crib moment from the Circle City, brought to you by the Circle City.
Right, the Circle City, the crib, peanut capital of the world.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, that's one thing I missed this year because we always go back for the festival and we didn't go.
I was looking forward to eating my life away this year.
Oh yeah.
Corn dog man, elephant ear.
Yes.
About it next year.
Corn. So instead, I have been creating it at the house. I've been trying to find ways. I'm like, hey, the last thing I need to learn how to create is a funnel cake at home, and I'm straight.
Good, right? Yeah, that peanut festival. Tony love that peanut festival, but we'll get to
I
go.
do.
Yeah.
I do. I was sad this year that we didn't go. I was looking at the memories when they popped up and was like, oh, this was last year. The parade, everything.
Yep.
Mr. Alexis, how can you be reached? What's your social handles? I know it's at the bottom how to go to.
Yes.
What's your
So listen, everybody, the first way you can find out more information about My Boss Circle, the podcast, and the community, visit mybosscircle.com. And then also join us on our Facebook group, the My Boss Circle community. You can join there. We also want you to go by and like our Facebook page, My Boss Circle. And yes, go thumbs up, like the Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram at My Boss Circle as well. I'm just so excited about how many women we've been able to touch of all ethnicities. It is probably the most diverse group of women I've ever encountered on this platform. So it's been really great. And it's women on there. And listen, it's so important when you join these Facebook groups like My Boss Circle community that you actually stay connected, because you never know who's in that group. And that could be the person to help you excel and grow and get your business to the next level. You know, we're always talking about certifications on there that you need to get. We're always talking about different grants that are available. And a lot of these, you don't even have to be in business for longer than a year to 2 years to qualify for them. So, you know, we got a lot of free information, a lot of free insight, and we'll be coming back for season 2 of My Boss Circle in spring 2021.
Cool,
so I'm excited for more boss conversations.
And turn those notifications on. People, they'll like something, but notifications are off. Make sure the notifications are on.
Yes.
Turn notifications on, people. Please.
Yes, turn them on.
Tony, what's your social handles? What's your social handles, Tony?
Hot Wicks and Scents on Facebook and Hot Wicks on Instagram.
Cool. Y'all know me, Elevate by SJC, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure you subscribe, people. Not watch the video. Subscribe. If you don't know how to, I'm going to teach you below. Well, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you. Alexis, thank you. Tony, as always, appreciate you guys. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Couple more episodes left. Hope we can get this person on here very soon. But Mr. Alexis, we just appreciate you coming on. I know busy schedule. We all got to get back to work. So, you know, my favorite saying before we leave, we ain't got it right in a while, so hopefully I get it right this time, right? But before we end the broadcast, Miss Alexis, go and take yourself off mute so we can go ahead and hope you're going to do it right, guys. Are y'all ready?
Oh, Lord, I got to remember it now.
So I'm going to say elevation requires, and you guys say separation. Y'all ready?
Yes, I got it now.
I'm going to do it on countdown. We're going to do it. All right, guys, we appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe and like Hot Wicks, My Boss Circle, Elevate by SJC. But as always, elevation requires
Separation.
Separation.
Peace. We out.